Welcome back to the episode, and today we're looking about our weather today. So first, if you take a look in Michigan for Lansing, radar. Lansing, it'll be mostly cloudy. Yeah, mostly cloudy. Currently, right now, there'll be no precipitation tonight. It is 2:41 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and it's 12-22-24. Let's take a look at, if you remember, the last episode I did, there's this huge storm right here. Well, it turned out, at a Pacific time, it actually dissipated. How did it dissipate? Probably lost some things. But my prediction was correct because it did dissipate. Mackinac City, on the other hand, it could have some air quality. It could be better for air quality. Where can I see? Air quality. Air quality is 40, which is very good because there's like very little pollen. But please, there could be still have pollen area. Just keep that in mind. So let's take a look at Florida. Actually, let's talk about Trisville. We have a severe weather today called a small craft advisory, still in effect. Remember, small craft advisory means any boats that are small and have a little sticker that says small craft. Please keep that in mind. Remember this though. Seas could be very dangerous. It doesn't matter where you are, but seas could be dangerous by nights. North winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots and seas of 4 to 6 feet. Where? Flagler Beach to avoid the Brevard County line 0 to 20 m. Wind to 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. Impacts. Conditions will be hazardous small craft. Summary. Inexperienced mariners, especially those operating smaller vessels, should avoid navigating hazardous conditions. Issued by the National Weather of Malbrown, Florida. Any boats that may be small basically means don't go out to sea. And if you're not experienced enough to go out to sea, please stay in port until this warning has been dismissed. Remember this. Even though the warning is gone, remember this. It's still dangerous. Even if the warning's gone. Watch my last episodes, I did remind that even though rip current warnings are gone, it can still happen, but the chances are very low. Like, for example, Jacksonville Beach. It's in a rip current statement. Going through the river. Please stay out of the water. That's my recommendation. If you like, even if you're not in the water, just don't. Because, even if the warning's gone, you're still gonna experience rip currents. Small craft advisory continues through all the way until Carlson and McLeanville. McLennanville, what do you want to pronounce it? Particularly in California. In California, it appears to have a hazardous seas warning, gale warning. At Austria, Newport, Tillamook, Florence, Cruiseboy, Gold Beach, Crescent City, Moonstone, and Eureka. And Portland. Any boats are not experienced enough, or many people are not experienced enough, please stay in port, like I said. If you don't, things can happen. Let's take a look at our warning tonight. What? For the storm warning seas at 18 to 21 feet at 15 seconds north winds of 30 to 40 knots with gusts of 55 knots. For the hazardous seas warning, it's very steep and hazardous seas 19 to 23 feet at 21 seconds. And south winds at 10 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots expected. Where coastal waters from Cape Shoalwater to Florence out of 60 nm. 1. Storm warning until 7 p.m. Pacific time this evening. Hazardous seas warning from 7 p.m. this evening, 4 p.m. Pacific time Monday. Impacts. Very strong winds will cause hazardous seas, which can capsize or damage vessels and reduce visibility. Summary. A storm warning means winds of 48 to 63 knots are imminent occurring. Recreational boaters should remain in port or take shelter until winds and waves subside. Commercial vessels should prepare for very strong winds and dangerous sea conditions, and consider remaining in port or taking shelter in port until winds and waves subside. Issued by the National Weather Service of Portland. So, what I recommend is stay in port. Any boats, just stay in port, please. On the other hand, they had. I'm not going to read all these warnings to you, but last is in a gale warning. Mostly in a gale warning, snow statement. Even Michigan is in a winter weather advisory for Petoskey, Mackinac City, Charlevoix, all the way almost down to Harrison. Even a small craft advisory in effect, like the Upper Peninsula, for example. A snow statement, a winter weather advisory, and a small craft advisory. Now, I'm trying to keep this video short, but look at our earthquakes. We got 2 of them in Alaska, almost combined on one each other. We got 3 of them, of magnitude 5.6, a 4.6, and a 5.3. Remember this, if the earthquake is strong enough, like this one for example, what it can cause is very hazardous. Like example, when an earthquake happens, a giant wave can appear, call it a tsunami. And once a tsunami, it can knock out basically this whole coast right here. Please be advised. Not saying what happened, but it was just a reminder. Got a lot of earthquakes in California. And I guess here's a fun fact of the day. Did you know the South America, forgot the name for a second, does actually have a lot of lightning. Mostly this storm is like I'm not gonna count them all, but there's like a bazillion at the most. In fact, this whole entire storm right now, if you watch our radar, you can see the storm is actually shifting downward. Very slowly, but everything here. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Oops. Everything here is shifting down. I guess that's it. Make it a great day and a better day tomorrow.